What's up, guys? Frugal BC. Today, I'm coming at you to talk about a play-to-earn game that I think has a lot of promise for a number of reasons. It's called Townstar. We're going to talk all about it on today's Frugal BC. What's up, guys? Frugal BC coming at you. And today, as you know, I've had some interest in play-to-earn games. We've done stuff on Splinterlands and Gods Unchained. Today, I'm going to talk about a game that I just started playing called Townstar. Now, Townstar is basically free to play, and it's a play-to-earn game, but it's not free to earn. So that's something that's really important to put right out there. Before we get into that, I'd love it if you hit the like button and go ahead and subscribe to the channel because we do crypto experiments, so you don't have to. That's the whole point of the channel. I just want to I want to take little bits and just do these experiments, see how they go, so I can tell you how they go, so you don't have to waste your money. I'm the one wasting my money in here. A lot of them haven't been wasted money, by the way. Most of them panned out pretty well or just kind of neutral, like haven't really had anything go super south. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, so what is Townstar? Well, Townstar is a game that's very similar to Harvest Moon. If for those of you who remember that back in the N64, I think was there a Super Nintendo version? I don't recall. I think I first played it on the N64. And Stardew Valley, it's similar to Stardew Valley for those of you who maybe are newer. Like that's a game on Steam that's pretty popular. And you know what, I'll just kind of show it to you. In fact, that's probably the better way to do it. So this is the screen you get to when you first start playing. It's called Play to Earn. Now Town Coin Season 1 is free. That's my username across all things. So if you ever want to find me on there, go ahead. And one thing before I hit the play button that I think is really important to know, you need to make sure the server pops up that you join. If it doesn't pop up, it'll reset you and you lose all your progress. So I'm just gonna, so this is my town. Yeah, I want to go through this in order. So one of the differences, I think, so this is basically a farm. This is my farm. And you're basically producing goods to sell. So you start off and you kind of work your way up in complexity. So these are my sugarcane fields. You can sell the sugarcane, you get like $3,000 for a load of 10. But then I'm also producing sugar, which takes wood and sugarcane. And then you get like, when you get 10 of those, you get like 31,000. So that's a lot different. Now I'm going to click on that for a second here. You see how it says $50 a minute. And so these farmers, these are their houses, they're $10 a minute. You basically, you have employees that do everything, but they cost you. You have to pay for them. And so you need to manage your cash flow. So what I like about this is it's basically a business game. It's like a cash flow management game. And the first time I played through a town, I ran out of gas. I ran out of money and I ran out of gas and it didn't go so well. So I learned some things from the first one, and now the second one is basically self-sustaining. Eventually you have to get to the point. So it takes gasoline to actually get anywhere. And so you have to get to the point eventually where you're making your own gas. But this is why it's so expensive. Look, $200 a minute to run the gas and oil, the gas refinery and the petroleum refinery. Now you can do one and switch back and forth, but it's more efficient to have one producing petroleum and then the other one taking the petroleum and producing gasoline out of it. And then you sell them in town. So if I go to the world map, you basically choose where you're going to place your town. You can place it anywhere, but the further you are from these cities, the more expense, the more gas it takes, which means you burn through gas faster, which means you have to get to the point where you're producing gas more. All of this is just to say you don't have to worry about this too much. But all this is to say it's basically a cash management game. Oh, I just learned how to zoom in and out. Cool. And so it's pretty fun to play. I actually enjoy playing this game without the play to earn function. Now the play to earn, I'm going to pull up the little, how do you earn money in the game? Well, you have to earn 1,000 stars per 24-hour period. You can see I have 5 hours, almost 6 hours left to do that. And you earn points by selling stuff. So when you sell higher value stuff, you obviously get more points. Once you get to 1,000 and then it depends on the NFTs. Now, this is where the NFTs come into play because you can't earn without an NFT. There also is Gala coin, and you can earn Gala from placing really high in the rankings. So I'll show that in a second. Let's see. So I'm like 5,700 out of like, I think there's over 10,000. So I have to get to, hold on with that. So I have to get in like, I think it's the top 200, but I'm not, there's some stuff I'm unclear of whether you actually have to hold Gala in your Gala wallet. I have Gala and Coinbase that I could transfer over, but I don't think I'm gonna get, there's people who have this down to a science. Like I'm still kind of puttering around with it. But I want to go back to the NFT aspect because basically you buy NFTs and then you place an NFT, they're free. You don't have to pay any in-game money to place the NFT, but you have to own them. And they're really expensive, like in the thousands of dollars. So you might think, oh, wow, that's really that's really like out of my league, right? But the upside is you can earn tons of town coin by placing these NFTs as long as you get to your 1,000, which is not that hard. I mean, I just basically had this going on in the background and just collected, you know, it's self-sustaining now. Once you build your town up to be self-sustaining, then really you can kind of run it in the background and do other things. So I just had it going while I was working, and every once in a while when the payment, when I had 10 sugars to sell, I would jump into the game. I had kept it open on a separate window. You know, sell the sugar, collect the money, and then go back to work. So it's really not very hard. Now, the tricky part is, like you said, you do have to have the NFTs placed, and they're pretty expensive. So through this, you will actually earn town coin, and town coin is like a real cryptocurrency. It's separate from Gala because Gala is sort of like the general one for all the Gala games. Actually, you can see I'm just about close to another round of sugar too, so I'm going to sell that really quick. I'll do that live while we're recording here. So town coin can be exchanged for other cryptocurrencies, so you can exchange them for cash at some point eventually, but you have to do some swapping. You can use Uniswap, but of course you're going to pay the Ethereum fees, which sucks. So you would want to make like a lot of town coin before you made that swap, because you're gonna lose some through the swap. But town coin's worth about 80 some cents. So, you know, if you have something that makes you, if you can make $100 town coin a day, I mean, you're making like 80 some bucks a day. That's not bad. Now, a lot of the paybacks were around a month to 2 months, and you can buy them through Gala Games, or you can actually go to OpenSea and buy them through there, but you're not going to save any money. Let's see. So that's basically the game. You're basically farming. There's a lot of, I'm not going to go into all the intricacies in this video. This isn't like a how-to on Townstar. This is just sort of giving you an idea. But you can see how passive it is. Like I haven't really done anything with this yet. When my sugar reaches 10, then I will sell it. So I'm going to keep it open long enough for that to do it. In fact, let's see. Yeah, my windmill's about 3 minutes away. So while that's running, I just kind of want to go through, let's see if I missed anything here. So it's not free to earn. That's really important to keep in mind. You do have to put money into the game to earn something out of it, but the amount of effort that you need to put in is pretty minimal. So I'm just going to start with the pros of Townstar. To start off with, the game is actually really fun to play. I actually really enjoy playing it. Like I said, I've been playing it for about a week, and I don't have any of the play to earn aspects available. I'm curious about it, and I kind of want to delve into it, but I haven't yet, and I'm enjoying it just by itself. And I think that's been Gala's approach to games, is that the game should be fun first and foremost. And tomorrow I'm going to have the founder, one of the founding members of Akita Inu on the channel. I interviewed him on Friday, so you'll see that video tomorrow. And we talked a lot about gaming, and that was one of the games either get they get the play to earn part right, but the game sucks, or vice versa. It's rare to see the two things go together. And this one, all right, I got really distracted. Sorry about that. You don't have to be like the best player to earn in this game, which you do have to have a pretty solid understanding of the game. But if I had NFTs, like pretty much the last 3 days, I would have been earning on them. Now there is a somewhat affordable option where you can start earning. Gala has something called the gold membership. And with the gold membership, you earn an NFT, a free NFT for each game that Gala offers. And they have quite a few open right now. So that's really important to know. Basically, it's a one-time $50 fee and you have gold membership. And then you'll get an NFT that in Townstar will earn you one coin per day. So one town coin per day. So that's not a lot. That's about 80 cents a day. And you'll pay back that $50 and then, and then some as you keep playing, but it's not like you're not going to quit your job with that kind of money, right? So we'll get to some of my thoughts on that later. But I am planning to do, I'm spending a ton of money on Christmas. It's just, it's been a very expensive month. So I'm just going to hold off and maybe do that next month instead of adding one more thing to my credit card. And then, yeah, no, Mr. Frugal has not been super frugal this month, I'll tell you that much. And, the other thing I really like about this is once you get it going, it doesn't take a lot of attention. You can kind of play it in the background. I'll have this going while I'm working, and I just, every so often, I kind of keep the little sidebar up, and then when I say I have 10 sugars to sell, I can sell it. And as you build up your money, you can expand it, but it really doesn't take like a ton of attention once you get it up and running. And it's also really pairs well with other games like Splinterlands. I did that a lot this weekend where I was playing Splinterlands and then I would, check up on the Townstar every once in a while. So they go really well together. It's kind of a boring game if you were like just to watch it. You're going to do something else while you play it because there's just a lot of time where you're just waiting for things to generate, basically. It can get a little nerve-wracking if you didn't plan things well and all of a sudden you're running out of money. And you're like, oh no, I don't know if I can meet payroll. Like, kind of like a real business. I mean, it's kind of cool, kind of interesting like that. It gives you an appreciation for like a real business, like what you'd have to do. And you can't really lay anybody off. You kind of can. I mean, you could destroy the houses, but it'll cost you more in the long run. So some of the downsides, like I said, it's really, to get into the play to earn aspect, it's really expensive. The NFTs are really expensive. And I was just thinking about this, on Lofty, I can buy like tokens that represent actual real estate for $50 a piece, and they pay like a little bit, right? I get like a little bit of rent money every day. Well, it'd be really nice if this had the same thing where you could kind of work your way up. So you could buy maybe $100 or a $200 NFT that only paid you like a couple of town coin a day, but then you could keep building and adding as time goes on instead of having to save up for this really expensive NFT. I mean, they're literally in the thousands, if not more, depending on, some of them are like in the tens of thousands. It's really crazy. And like, it's a good ROI. I mean, you will make the money back as long as you play the game, but yeah, that is a lot of money. In the liquidity path, I'm not super confident. Obviously people are doing it. I hate when something uses, it's built on the Ethereum blockchain. And I just hate when stuff is on Ethereum. It's so hard. You're going to pay like a ton in fees, and it's really hard to know beforehand how much you're going to pay in fees, because there's usually like 2 sets of fees that you end up paying when you do stuff like this. It's a little frustrating. So I just worry about the fees are going to swap all your profits. So that's something to factor in. I know you can earn Gala by reaching the top, I believe it's 200, like I said, per week. But I think the odds of like you coming in and doing that, unless you get really good at scripts and bots, like it's probably not going to happen, because like the people on the very top, like they're all using bots, they're all using scripts. And from what I can understand, it looks like the Gala Games is actually okay with that. At least the scripts. I'm not sure about the bots. The scripts are actually worse, because the scripts allow it to just be completely automated. And you basically, now you basically have a mining operation. You're not really playing a game anymore. Well, let's see. Oh, we have enough sugar to sell. So I'm going to show you that, and then we'll wrap up our thoughts here. So this is one thing I don't like. It doesn't automatically select the most expensive. There's plenty of times when I'm like, I think I'm going to sell sugar and I can't find it. Now see, the further away, so Lima is the closest, so it only costs me 1 gas, and that's what you want. So you don't want to be too many squares away. I can sell it to Bogota or Manaus or Panama City, but the further away I go, the more expensive it gets. So I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to select Lima. I hit sell. It plans the route, loads up like that, and off it goes. Now, as you can see, there's the timer, and when that comes back, I will get cash, and that will get added to my total. Yeah, so overall, I'm a pretty big fan of this game. I like the ecosystem. My only criticism was I wish they made it a little easier for people to earn. Like, I don't have a problem with needing people to put skin in the game, but I just wish there were some options in between, like the $50 gold membership NFT that you get that earns 1 town coin, and the ones that earn like 20 town coin and they cost like, got like 3,000 or something, 3 or 4,000. Some of them are even in the tens of thousands. That's just insane to me, because there's really not a path to work your way up in game. Like it'd be cool if I could get a thing where I'm earning like 3 or 4 town coin and then save up those for like another one. So then I'm earning 4 or 5. Like that's what I'm doing with Lofty. Basically, I'm just keep buying like $50 tokens every so often, and they add up over time. So it's a little bit of a bummer that that's how they do it. Like I know they're making money off of it, and I think they would actually make more money because that more people would be able to afford to get into this. Like there's a lot of people that's just going to be out of their reach. I mean, frankly, it's probably out of my reach. I don't know. I'd have to save for a while or sell some assets or something, a bunch of stuff I don't really want to do. So I am going to try and experiment with this. Like I said, I plan to buy the gold membership just so I can play around with it and see how the earning works. Will I go further into it? I mean, this is like, you really could like make quit your job money depending on like how much you put into the game and how much your expenses are. If you have pretty low expenses or you only need like 1,500 to 2,000 a month, I mean, you could probably get to the point where you're doing that. I mean, it's actually pretty easy to probably earn about $100 a day. So that's over 30 days, that's like 3,000 bucks. That's survival money for if you're in the Midwest, that's easily that's quit your job money. Out in the coast, like that might be I can go part-time or something. So I like the potential here. I don't know, it'd be kind of a risk. I'd want some other sources of income just in case, like the game goes under or something, just in case. But I mean, there's real like independence potential here. But you have to kind of you have to jump out on the ledge a little bit with this one. So I'll leave you guys to decide how you feel about that. But overall, like I said, the game is great. If you want to just play it, I don't think you'd go wrong here. I think it's a fun little game. Oh, my money's here. Hey, you guys want to see that? Before I go, I'll do that. I'll share it again. There it is. I'm going to take my money. Kaboom. And you can see my little town core. So probably one or two more of those loads would add up. So I'm getting into the $50,000 range and deciding whether I want to keep expanding my wheat, or excuse me, my sugar production, or if I want to start moving into another product and start working my way toward the bakery. That's probably where the real money is. So, all right, I'm going to cancel that. All right, thanks guys. Hope you enjoyed that show. Let me know if you've tried Town Coin. Let me know what you think. If you're making money of it, I'd be really curious to hear your experience. Otherwise, we will see you in the future.